Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com. You guys are listening to Rapping and Seeing Traders. In fact, little background music that I've got going on, this little gangster rap, is yours truly and my brother David doing a little tune that we made maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now, let's say, for a little online game called Bloods vs. Crips. I thought it was fitting. It's kind of like a really rough, rugged gangster tune, and the topic for this little binary options nugget is going to be revenge trading. Revenge trading is like a horrible virus that seems to infect a lot of traders. And I really think that a lot of what happens is you just get a lot of adrenaline going, and you start trading off emotion rather than logic. So I'm going to toss out a few numbers here in just a sec to figure out where we all together is retail traders fit in the food chain as far as forex is concerned. But I'm also going to point out something. Just a second ago, this tune is playing, and I'm calling it a tune. And when you're around some of the older guys that compose music and sell a lot of little ditties even for licensing, etc., you just start to look at them as tunes. What I'm getting at is it's just one. It's not your masterpiece. It's just one song, and you have to look at trades to an extent the same way. When you don't fall in love so much with a trade idea, because it's just a trade, it's a means, it's a part of the activity that you conduct in your business, but it's not something to fall in love with. It's also not something that's scarce. If you've got a system, if you've got a strategy that you're trading, probably, unless the higher power intervenes, you're going to get another trade. So there's really no logical reason to revenge trade. That's what I'm getting at. And once you can start to get your psyche to the place where you just look at a trade like that, and you understand, well, I'll just wait on the next trading opportunity rather than chasing a loss in the hopes that maybe this next if I chase this loss a little bit more, I'm finally going to catch the bottom of this run or whatever. That's not a real reason to enter a trade. And a good rule of thumb is always ask yourself when you're fin to put on that next trade, are you simply entering because you lost a prior trade, or is there a really good reason, a really stronger setup that you're seeing in front of you that is alerting you to get into this trade? Now, another thing is, when we talk about revenge, you really want to be certain about who you're looking for revenge on and whether or not you can probably take them. So right here, we've got a little set of numbers. This is where we fit in the food chain, guys. 88% of the forex market really is composed of central banks of countries. That's right, I said countries, guys. Hedge funds, pension funds, insurance funds, and multinational companies. When I talk about multinational companies, I'm talking about companies like Google, companies like Amazon. They are moving currency because their international nature of their business, it makes it where they need to do so. Now, even right below All those players, we're looking at brokers, the brokers that we're actually trading on. Well, those guys are only comprising about 9%. So where does the little guy come in? All of us together as retail traders, we're comprising like 3%. You don't want to participate in 1 versus 100 with revenge trading in most cases, because it's just, there's just no logical reason to do so. And just because you've lost the prior trade doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win the next trade by chasing the losses. Uh, that's really about all I had to share on the topic of revenge trading. If you really want to be honest, the best way to get revenge is to simply practice and exercise patience and discipline and try to locate an even stronger setup, maybe even preferably on a different move, and get in there, because you're not overexposing yourself on one trade idea. Don't revenge trade, guys. That's really the message of this binary options nugget. See you guys on the next video. I hope this has been helpful to someone listening, and talk to you later. Once again, this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If we've helped you, please help us by sharing this information with others.